That's Based with Caleb Salvatore is a comedic informative production, meaning it covers serious topics in a humorous manner. Some of the opinions expressed are satirical hyperbole, some are not. Some of the content may not be suitable for all listeners. If you're easily offended, tune out now. We don't want pussy bleeding little bitches consuming our content. I have dementia and pooped my pants while visiting the Pope.
Welcome to the That's Based Monday morning unsolicited advice segment. I am your host, as always, Caleb Salvatore, reporting from somewhere underground. We're laughing our way through the end of days, and we're brought to you by Outlaw Streamers. We're also brought to you by our official sponsors and our friends over at Beach House Bar and Grill in Omaha, Nebraska. They got booze, they got food. Hence the words bar and grill, not just bar, not just grill. They got both of them. And they've also got on Saturday, March 9th, my show, the Roast Battle Tournament, the Salty 16 Roast Battle Tournament, Saturday, March 9th. I'm going to tell you right now, tickets are $10 cash at the door or on e-tix. You're going to want to get them in advance because you're going to reserve yourself a spot there if you buy them in advance. I'll be 100% honest with you. Last year, we were standing room only. Close to 45 minutes to showtime. That's nuts, and that's a big venue. Get your tickets now. E-tix. You can get them at the door. I can't promise they're going to be there, so go online and get them on e-tix. Again, that's Beach House Bar and Grill, Saturday, March 9th. Show starts at 9, doors at 8:30. They've got a lot of stuff going on at Beach House this month here in March. Julie sent me the list just the other day. They've also got, let's see here. They've got Derek Stoner on Friday the 15th. They have got Pound Game Addison on Saturday the 16th. Wednesday the 20th. Wednesday, March 20th. That's a big one. Mia, do you know what Wednesday, March 20th is? It's DJ Swifty hosting the Tay Tay Dance Party. And guess what? I know that's going to be a big hit with our audience. Mia's actually helping put that together. So there's a lot of collaboration going on with our friends. They've also got the 22nd, Will Doherty, stand-up comedian, hilarious guy from Lincoln. Ed Archibald and the USB on the 23rd. The 24th, Squeaky Feet. The 29th, Brother East, Brother West. And the 30th, Lou DeLuca and the Delta 88s. That's all at Beach House Bar and Grill. You can head on over to beachhouse-omaha.com to learn more. I'm here with my co-host, Mia, the red face of white supremacy, as always. She has scoured the internet to find some of the most humiliating stories that people dare ask advice for to strangers online. Mia, what do you have to say about these stories this week? How you doing? What do you have to say?
Good. I don't know. One of them, the comments are going to be funny too. So.
Which one is that?
I don't know.
Just tell me when I get to it.
Yeah, I'll tell you. One of them is also from Facebook.
Okay.
So.
Is it anyone I know on Facebook?
No.
Okay, it's too bad. One day I'm going to see somebody I know on there. It's going to be a story I know about her, so I'm looking forward to that. So the way the show works is a little bit different. If you want to see current events, social commentary type stuff, that airs every Wednesday and Saturday, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. The Wednesday episode we got coming up, Nick Kohler is hopping on to talk about Russia, Ukraine, and whatever the hell else is going on in the world right now. But we have the big show airs at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time every Saturday, wherever you get your shows. All right, let's do it. Without further ado, the first story here. This is from Babysitter Payment on Reddit for r/2hottakes. Here we go. Whew. All right. Am I the asshole for not chipping in for our dinner group's babysitting costs? It says featured on podcasts. Someone else must have talked about this. Okay. And guarantee you nobody talks about it the way we will, though. And remember, I haven't seen any of this. I don't pre-screen this. She sends it to me literally 5 minutes before we tape this. So, it says, I've had the same group of girlfriends since high school. There are 5 of us, each have a kid, except me. We do dinner about once a month, and recently the group has hired a babysitter to watch the kids while we go to dinner. It's 4 kids, so it's $100 for 2 to 3 hours. At dinner, we take turns paying. Everyone generally orders about the same amount of stuff. 1 alcoholic drink, and we split 2 bottles of sparkling water for the table along with our entrees. It's never really been a thing until recently. After dinner, the person responsible for the week pays, and then I assume they all head back to the house the babysitter is at to pick up the kids while I just go home. This week it was my turn to pay, the first time since they hired the babysitter. I paid for dinner as normal and hugged everyone goodbye. When I got home, I had a flurry of texts saying, from the group saying that I owed $100, asking what they were talking about because I had paid for dinner. I can already see where this is going. They said it was because it was my week to pay, so I was expected to pay for the babysitter because all of us get the pleasure of being out without kids. Okay, here's my problem with this before I'm even finished. This is a group of 5 obviously single moms. So you got a lot of fucking losers here. That's the first thing.
They're not single.
They're not single? Where's the dad? The dads can't watch the kids?
No, they use that as a night for the dads to go out too.
Well, okay. Well, I'm sure I'll get to that. I said it was because it was my week to pay. I was also expected to pay for the babysitter because all of us get the pleasure of being without the kids. Out without the kids. But no. I said, I don't have kids. Why would I pay for your babysitter? They said, you get the pleasure of hanging. Oh, you're paying for the pleasure of hanging out with your deadbeat friends. And it's the only way we can do it kid-free. I'm sticking to my guns and not paying, but my friends think I'm being unfair for not being willing to pay my share of the babysitting. What share? I have no kids to babysit. This is causing a rift, but I don't think I'm the jerk. But maybe I am. This wouldn't be a financial imposition on me, but it sure seems unfair. Am I refusing to kick in for babysitting? Am I the asshole for refusing to kick in for babysitting when I don't have any kids to be babysat? Everyone is asking where the dads are. Since they hired a babysitter, they do boys and girls nights on the same night to take maximum advantage of hiring a sitter. Well, let me tell you, I got a way you can all save money. You can do dad's night on Saturday and mom's night on Friday, one weekend out of the month. Then no one has to worry about hiring a sitter, and you can all still do your thing. Does that sound like a reasonable... I think that might be the most reasonable compromise I've ever come up with on the history of the show. Do you agree?
I agree. I think that sounds like a good plan. Instead of making their friend who doesn't have kids.
I mean, you should pay for your own kids' shit anyway. If you want to do a thing where you all go to dinner, like in one person, that's fine. But you should be paying for your own kids' babysitting. And like, if you all pitch in, you know, you should be paying for your own kids' babysitting. That shouldn't be on anyone else. This is if they went out and put this babysitter thing together, obviously they didn't involve you because you didn't know about it. That's on them. They're the ones with the kids. Yeah, you do the thing where you share the meal and everyone takes turns paying, but you're all eating. You don't have any kids. So this is their own little thing over here. You shouldn't... I mean, everyone's eating the food. Not everyone's got kids that need to be babysat. I think that's reasonable. Am I correct, or am I...
No,
I know I'm correct.
You're very correct.
I know I'm correct. I would never pay for my anything for my friends' kids. Like, I remember one year, I had a friend who I don't talk to anymore because I don't hang out with losers. But I had a friend... who was posting on Facebook about how their kids, about how broke, they were constantly posting about how broke they are. And he posted about how his kids, you know, they're such good kids. They've come to terms with the fact that they're not getting any Christmas presents. So I took the time to get real nice envelopes together. And I sent out job applications to both of the kids and said, have your parents fill these out and maybe they can afford Christmas. And you see why I'm not friends with them anymore. That's the most disgusting thing, though. True. This is like to use your children to fundraise. That's what that was. Looking for hey, can somebody Venmo me $50 real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what that was. So no, babysitter payment. You are not the asshole here. How many... Yeah, this has got thousands of views. Odds are one of the friends has heard this.
Oh, I'm sure.
One of them has heard this, and they're big mad. They're big mad because you're going to... What are you going to do here? That's why I don't understand what I don't understand about this thing. You've got these issues with your friends, and I think your issues with them are valid here. I think your friends are being assholes. But you've got these issues with your friends. Why are you going to the internet? You're not asking for advice on how to do it. You're asking for affirmation that you're behaving the correct way. This just happens to be the one case where the person actually was in the right that we've read on this show, or a rare case, excuse me. What do you think? It's not like you're taking everyone to a group therapist and someone's going to tell you what's right or wrong. No, you're just looking for people to go, yes, queen, you're right. Yeah, I mean, you're not the asshole, but still, I hope one of them sees it. Okay, next up. This is true off my chest. Okay, _ result 1094. Here we go. This is okay. This is
the one where I have some comments from the poster.
This is the baby boomer version of "Would you still date me if I were a worm?" is what this is about to be here. This is a lot to unload here. We were just talking about this the other day, not in a humorous manner, but like how weird that would be, about how weird this would be.
Yeah.
Not this story in particular, but the scenario. So my husband just told me that he would divorce me if his late wife came back from the dead during an argument. Do you imagine his late wife like moving? The tomb was empty. Like she's like Jesus or something. So there's a lot. First off, there's a lot to unpack here. If his late wife comes back from the dead, it's probably a skinwalker or a zombie. If your late wife comes back from the dead, all I can say is aim for the head. Because everyone knows that's how to kill a zombie. No body shots. Boom, right in the forehead. You got to sever the brain. All right. My husband and I have been together for 10 years, and we have been married for 6. He and his late wife were together for 3 years and married for 1. They have a son who is now 13. What? Oh, okay, so yeah, never mind. Okay, that makes sense. I was like, wait, I don't think that's his kid. But, yeah, this idiot thinks that this 7-year-old kid's a newborn baby. That would be funny. I know I don't come first in his eyes, and as a person who doesn't like a whole lot of attention, it worked out pretty well. He goes to her grave every day after work and takes their son to her grave on the weekend for an hour to spend time with his mom. I work from home as an online tutor working with kids on English and history, so through COVID, my stepson was with me doing school remotely. I've known him since he was 3. Okay. Oh, yeah, okay. I've known him since he was 3, and we have a decent relationship. We bonded over shared hobbies like building Gundam models. Oh, those were fun. I didn't know they still made those. Building Gundam models in the Percy Jackson books. Yesterday was his birthday, and I gifted him a special edition box set of the second series in the Rearden-verse? The Heroes of Olympus. I don't know what that is. When he opened my gift, he all but screamed and hugged me, and he was thanking me and calling me Mom. I didn't say anything, but I did smile. I've raised him for almost 7 years. No, what she did is she went and spiked the football on the dead bitch's grave. In your face, I win. I've raised him for 7 years, so sometimes I feel like his mother, even though I know our bond isn't biological. My husband became furious, and once my stepson went up to his room to read his new books, he began to yell at me, quotes included, "You're not his mom. How could you ever be his mom? How dare you let him call you mom? And you don't have any children. He's mine, not your son." Oh, boy. To defend myself, I only replied that I was glad my stepson saw me as a maternal figure. My husband blew up and told me if my wife came back from the dead, I would divorce you in an instant for her. Don't act so high and mighty because you help my son with homework sometimes, or build stupid plastic figurines. No matter how many bedtime stories you read him, you are not and will never be his mother. Wow. This feels like a bad sketch from that Project Hope on YouTube. Have you seen those?
No.
I think we're going to start reacting to those like once a month on the show. That's what this feels like. This doesn't even sound... This sounds like a poorly written Lifetime movie. I don't even know if I believe this. This is... You know, it's funny because... I just met my dad's new girlfriend, and the first thing I did was tell her, "You're not my real mom," and stormed off because I'm 28 years old. Because that's what I know. It hurt my feelings. My husband and I are sleeping in separate rooms, and I feel awful. I just don't know how to respond. I love my stepson. I love my husband. But right now, I feel utterly devalued and replaceable. I just needed to get my feelings somewhere. I know he won't find it. Thank you for reading. So what I took the pleasure of doing here was going through OK Result 1094's account and doxing her back to her Facebook account and sending this over to her husband so that he could. I think I really helped out here. No, I didn't do any of that. But okay, you said check the comments on this one?
So I have some of the comments here. It's just from her.
Okay. What does she say? Or you got them? I can read them. No, you go ahead. Go ahead. You have a more ASMR voice than me.
Okay, so she says, in one of the comments, she says, my husband leaves in the morning, goes to work, visits his late wife, comes home for dinner and sleeps. He hasn't been to any of my stepson's hockey or baseball games or his dance recitals after he quit sports and picked up dance. He's an amazing dancer and really advanced for his age. He's in the Nutcracker, blah, blah, blah. So.
Okay. So so I'm doing some math here. So she's been with her husband for 10 years. The wife, the ex-wife and him had a son that's now 13. He was with the ex-wife for 3 years. So they obviously had the son early on in the marriage.
Yeah.
And then she died, and they've been together for 10. So this guy moved on quick.
Yeah, he moved on quick.
So this is, I mean, I don't think this guy's really that big of a monster. I think he took no time to grieve. Now, these are uncalled for. No, these are horrible things to say, but this is someone that didn't take any time to grieve his late wife, and that's how this is coming out. I don't think this is a bad guy. I think psychological shit can do stuff to people.
So someone asked her what their ages were.
Oh, God.
When she met, she was 19, he was 29.
Oh,
so they're 10 years apart.
A little bit of an age gap.
Yeah. And then
they're adults, though. So, I mean, it's weird, but they're adults. Yeah.
And then last, this is the worst one.
Did I jump the gun on defending this guy?
So, one, she's bi.
I don't know why that matters. But.
Two, she says, we don't have sex, so no benefits. He wants to remain celibate after being with his wife. I'm okay with that. I don't need sex.
She's not okay with any of this shit. She's okay with not being the priority. She's okay with never having sex with the man she married. This is bullshit. No, she's not. She's playing herself just as much as he was when he married her thinking he had moved on from his dead wife. No, he didn't take the time to grieve. That's literally what this is. And unfortunately, he married the first person that he saw, and this is a result of that. No, I mean, yeah,
He was looking for someone to take care of his son.
And then she did, and he freaked out. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, this is just this is just sad, honestly. This is a sad one. What? This isn't even funny. Why would you pick this one?
They've been together for how long? 10 years?
Yeah.
I think it's that, and they haven't had sex.
That's sad, too, though. Never had sex. I mean,
married.
So he basically just brought in a full-time babysitter.
Yeah.
That's essentially what he did.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, you're a babysitter that cooks me dinner and sleeps in the same bed as me.
I wonder if they even sleep in the
I
same
bet you
bed.
this guy's got a horrible porn problem. A horrible porn problem. He's a man. I'm gonna tell you, there's no way a man has gone 10 years without getting his rocks off. Otherwise, he would have gone on a shooting spree by now. I'm telling you right now. Okay. All right, this is the last one. What the fuck am I reading? Oh my, this is Facebook?
I got it off Facebook. I think, is it an actual Reddit story? But I found it off Facebook. Okay.
All right, well, he says, or she, or whoever, this is a woman. Am I the asshole for expecting my son to continue rubbing and kissing my feet? This is a long one. This is going to be a mess. From a young age, I started asking she's 45 female, son, who's 14 male now, to massage my feet. He was always such a sweet boy and happy enough. Why do people want... I don't want anyone touching my feet. I don't want anyone touching my feet. That's such a weird thing. He was always such a sweet boy and happy enough to oblige, so it became a nightly ritual. He would even kiss my feet while he rubbed them, which just melted my heart and made me feel so loved, and I became accustomed to that as well. But he's getting older, and you know how teenagers can be. Lately, when I ask him for a foot massage, he'll let out a sigh as he comes over to me, and he doesn't actively kiss my feet unless I bring them to his lips! What an ungrateful piece of shit! It has always just been me and my son, and we only have each other, and it breaks my heart to feel like we're growing apart.
Of course, she's a single mom.
Yeah, big surprise there. Last night, when he was she kept bringing guys home, but they didn't want to kiss her feet, so she stayed single. Last night, when he was unenthusiastically at my feet, I don't like the way that's worded. Unenthusiastically at my feet? That sounds sexual. And I told him I still need the love he's always shown me. He snapped and told me he doesn't want to do this anymore. When he snapped, I started crying, and I could tell that he didn't want me to cry, so he quieted down and got back to his knees. And I feel uncomfortable reading this. I don't know if I could finish this. That's a lot to come out of my mouth. But I don't know if I can... He didn't want me to cry, so he quieted down and got back on his knees. This gives me Mitch McConnell face right now. Just... He didn't want me to cry, so he quieted down and got back on his knees and continued smooching my toes like he always does.
Smooching my toes.
This reads like some pedophile erotica. The words being used here. This calmed me down, and I honestly think it calmed him down as well. What the... And I felt that warm sense of love wash over me again. Tonight, when I lifted my foot and wiggled my toes at him, I didn't even have to ask, and he willingly came over and took part in this adorable family ritual that we've had for years. No, I think like a 45-year-old dude with his hand in his pants that likes to put on his mom's lipstick in the mirror wrote this. But I do wonder if things are going to have to change one day. Obviously, he is only going to keep getting older, and eventually one day he will move out and start his own life. Would I be the asshole for expecting this tradition to continue, at least in some capacity? I like to imagine that even 20 years down the line, when he comes to visit me, he can still show me the same love that he's shown throughout his childhood. Heart emoji.
I hope you're right.
Wow. Could you imagine this guy's like 35 with kids of his own? He's like, hold on, I gotta go kiss grandma's feet. Why doesn't she get a dog?
She should get a dog.
The dog will lick your feet all day long. And it'll be happy to do it. You'll put a peanut butter on there. It'll be happy to do it. That's what she should do here. A compromise is the theme of the day.
I'm sure he'd love to get a dog.
To not have to do it anymore?
Yeah.
Yeah, I am too. This is the most uncomfortable I've ever been on this show. The most uncomfortable I've ever been on this show.
It's like very incestuous.
Yeah. I mean, I've had Justin Healy come on here and imply that we need to genocide certain ethnic groups, and I'm more uncomfortable right now than I was at that point in time. He didn't say we needed to do it. He just implied that the world would be better if we did it. But he didn't agree with it. No, I'm being a little facetious. He didn't say that. I just like to throw my guests under the bus sometimes.
Okay.
I don't know how else you're a child abuser. You belong in prison. You belong in prison, and your child should be a ward of the state. Of course, but that's all single moms belong in prison. That's the reality here. Yeah, that's my advice here. Give me the mouse. I want to play a sound effect.
Oh, God.
I want to play a sound effect here.
I think I know which one you're going to play.
You want my advice on how to deal with this? Here's my advice. Maybe.
Kill your fucking selves!
That's my advice on how you deal with this. I don't know what else to say about this. It's one of the most disgusting things I've ever read. Congratulations on finding that.
I'm proud of myself.
You should be. I would be. Oh, God. Oh, boy. All right. Yeah. That's been our stories.
Way to end it on a high note with that last one.
Yeah. The language used is what tells me this is some pedophile erotica.
Yeah.
Some incest pedophile. Or there's no way.
Smooch my feet.
Unless the mom, which I mean, I guess is possible, but unless the mom was like the victim of abuse as a kid and didn't realize it, there's no way anyone could type this out and go, yeah, this is good. This'll play real well online with the strangers on the internet whose advice I'm looking for. No, this is someone with some serious issues wrote this. I don't believe that this is a mom that wrote this about her son. What do you think?
No, I agree. I hope so. I mean, I want to hope that it wasn't an actual mom, but these days you really never know because there's some crazy parents out there.
There are some crazy parents out there. That's 100% correct.
I just want to hope that it was some like pervy 50-year-old guy writing it, but
that also at the same time means that guy exists.
And is fantasizing about
yes,
that.
Actively. And it's only a matter of time until he goes further. Either way, the world is better off without either of those people in it, and I stand by that. And I'm sure we'll get the fucking woke retards and oh, how dare you? It's a sexuality. No. You should kill yourselves too. Blame me in the suicide note. I don't give a shit. I'll frame it and put it right here on the show. What? It's a comedy show. When I say kill yourself, I don't actually mean it. Alex Jones says kill yourselves all the time. He gets away with it. Anyway. Wouldn't that be the ultimate fuck you? Like someone just hates this show so much they're like, I'm bringing Caleb down for manslaughter. Boom! It's over.
They kill themselves.
Yeah. The firing shot, their final shot. Like, this is my contribution to the culture war. No, that's fine. Don't kill yourselves. Obviously, it's a joke. The disclaimer comes on at the beginning of every show. That's been our show for the week. This has been the Just Jostlin' Around podcast. I am comedian Jocelyn DeBonus. Thank you for tuning into our show. No, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you on Wednesday. Oh, give a shout out to our other sponsors, drinkbloodofTyrants.com. Promo code BASED, B-A-S-E-D. Like the title of the show, get to save you 10% off your order at the checkout on either their Red Merlot wine, their White Tears of Tyrants wine if you're gay, or their Liquid Freedom energy drink with 0 calories, 0 sugar, 0 carbs, and 0 fucks given. All of the good parts of coffee and energy drinks, none of the negative side effects, and all natural ingredients. Not all natural, because they use a juicer, which is not natural. We have to say that for legal reasons. That's been our show. Thank you guys so much for listening. Cheat on your taxes, not your spouse, and stay based.